This is an open collab that we do every Wednesday, budget meals under $5. And this is the wonderful hostess that puts it on. I've been joining in with her for a year or two on this. And in the beginning, it seemed a little hard to do, but as time goes on, it's getting easier and easier to figure out how to put something together for $5 or less. Yes, I'm even saying that. Even though everything is going up in price, but anything is possible if you think out of the box a little. This week we're using leftovers, and I'm going to show you how I use some leftover pasta that I made on Sunday and how I reused it and made two different kinds of pasta salad, for I wouldn't get bored of that pasta salad. And adding those new ingredients to some leftover pasta. And don't forget, this was two different kinds of pasta that I put together. The total bill was about $3. Yeah, the initial pasta salad, $3 more for two different kinds. And on top of that, the whole thing from the beginning to the end on Sunday and the two other meals that I made out of it, totally, I don't think I spent any more than $10, and that was for everything. And that was for 12 generous servings. So you could eat for a whole meal for 12 servings under $10. So, and that included Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think we did pretty good. So, if you want to see how Grandma did it, keep watching the video. But don't forget, budget meals under $5 every Wednesday. Please check out the playlist. Please check out the hostess and see all the creative things that people came up with to eat. And oh, I have some great ones for next week you're going to love. So if you want to keep coming and finding something to eat under $5, and I make a meal out of it. I don't just bring one little thing. I make a meal. That pasta salad I made, it will fill you up, and it's got veggies. Some of it has meat, some of it doesn't. So keep watching.
This is the original pasta salad I made on Sunday. If you want to see how I made it, go over and check on my Sunday video, and it'll share with you. It was full of flavor and lots of things to fill us up. But I wanted to reuse this as a leftover, for I could have something to eat for lunch for the next 4 days, because I'm living on a new budget and it's going to get a lot stricter, and we're going to be sharing a lot of wonderful things that you can do with leftovers. Now, this pasta salad was made really well, and I only put the seasonings on top of the pasta salad when I went to eat it. I didn't put it in the original pasta salad. And as you can see, I used the garlic herbs and my lemon pepper, my favorite thing to do. And it tasted really good, and it filled me up. But the best part about pasta salad, you can use it for leftovers and redo it. As you see, I ate every bit. Now, the next day, I wanted to use that leftover pasta salad, and I was going to have it for my lunch. And I made enough for 12 servings, 12 bowlfuls of pasta. Now, here is the original pasta salad that I had. Now, what I did to make it taste a little different and make it stretch out for the whole 12 bowls was I added, of course, some more fresh spinach and some tomatoes and a half of avocado. And that really gave a lot of extra flavor. And as you see, the spinach, I cut it julienne style. And I diced up the avocado to go in my salad, my pasta salad. And to add a little more flavor, I added just a little bit of pine nuts, just to give a little extra flavor. And I also added everything, bagels, seasonings with all kinds of sesame seeds, onions, garlic, salt, and poppy seeds, just to give a little bit different flavor to the food. Now, these seasonings I put on top of the bowl when I put it together to eat. And of course, our garlic, herbs, and black pepper, and sea salt, and lemon pepper. These are my go-to seasonings to add a lot of flavor to my pasta salads and make them taste a little different. And that's how we're going to stretch this out and not get bored eating the same thing. Forgot to mention the pine nuts. I warmed them up a little bit just to bring the piney, nutty flavor out in them to put on. As you can see, I did not use a lot of pine nuts, but it did add the extra little flavor to make this salad taste different. That is what's important, to keep ourselves in budget and using the leftovers we've already made, we've already spent money putting together. But when you figure out that I had 12 meals out of this, and just putting fresh tomatoes, spinach, and avocado in it really stretched that pasta salad out and gave it a new flavor. And if you are a vegetarian, this had no meat of any kind. Because when I used the Spam on my original, I just put the Spam in my bowl that I ate, for I wouldn't have any leftovers or waste. And that Spam was Spam for me and my husband for 2 meals with the pasta. That was pretty good too, I thought. And as you can see, we like to make sure that we have plenty of fresh veggies in our food. And here it is all put together, and how colorful it looked. I thought it turned out great. And we haven't even put the avocado in yet, and we haven't even put our pine nuts in yet. Oh my gosh, those pine nuts were just the best little thing to add the extra flavor. Now here's my pine nuts, my avocado, and my seasonings. And because I only put the seasonings on as I'm going to eat it, you taste all the flavor and it has not blended in. So you don't need a lot of seasonings, except if you want them. And it cuts down on salt also. And those little pine nuts were just the perfect little thing to add a little different flavor to this dish. This was under $1 to add to leftovers. So these are great budget meals if you're trying to figure out a way to feed a large family or have something that you can have for 3 or 4 days without having to go in there and cook. You can just dish yourself up some pasta, add a few things fresh on top, and it tastes like you have a new fresh salad. And look how good those pine nuts look with everything. Don't they look good? And they really did taste great. They gave that little extra. And really, pine nuts are expensive. But if you just use a few, it really wasn't hardly any money at all. Remember, we're trying to eat like a queen. Cook like a peasant, eat like a queen. Oh my God, that avocado added so much flavor to that food. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Now, we're going to do another way to redo that pasta salad and make another pasta dish. That's how that pasta lasted so long and we didn't get upset about it. Like I said, I took it to work every day. I saved at least $10. This dish, even with all the different things that I did with it, I bet I didn't spend over $10. Probably less than that, because every time I redid something to this pasta salad, I didn't add any more than $1 to my budget. These are budget-friendly ideas and things to make you know you can stretch that dollar as much as you can. It is getting ridiculously expensive. Now, doesn't that salad look good? It really was only about $1 more. So, get your mind thinking. Now, here we're starting with our next pasta way we're going to do this. It's the same pasta salad we originally started with the same beans and vegetables and that elbow macaroni. And it stretched 12 meals. I thought that was pretty good. Now, that was 12 servings. I should have said 12. And this time, to add a little different taste, we are going to add some sun-dried tomatoes and some albacore to it. Now, I did not use a lot of albacore. I opened this a large can and I used just enough in each bowl. I did not mix it into all the pasta. I put it on top, and the same with the sun-dried tomatoes. So then I mixed it in after I got all of it together. So it didn't go in the big pan of pasta because I'm trying to make sure we have another meal out of that albacore tuna. Now it was a large can and I got several meals out of it. And here it is now. And it was the same pasta salad, and I used tomatoes like I did on the first one. And I also heavily seasoned this one too to make sure it had a lot of flavor. And oh, that tuna added so much more. How much did this actually cost me? Maybe, and this is a big maybe $1.25. because the tuna I did spend more money for. But everything else was leftovers. And then I added a little bit of the sun-dried tomatoes. How much could that have been? Maybe we'll say like a quarter or 50 cents at the most. And of course, I use my seasonings. But how much could that be? Maybe 10 cents, 15 cents. I don't know, even with all three seasonings. It really adds a lot of flavor, a lot of color, and you mix it up. And like I said, I don't mix any of my seasonings in my pasta salad when I'm making it. And I put the fresh tomatoes in every day also. Great budget meal. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for coming for budget meals under $5. Keep in mind, for under $3 or about $3, we made 2 different kinds of pasta salad just by using leftovers. So, hope you enjoyed today's post, and next week we're going to do another great one. I already have it in my mind what I'm going to do, and you're going to be surprised how many things I can make for under $5, and it'll be multiple meals too. And when you're done, you're going to have your stomach full. Thanks for stopping by. See you next week.